Sun in Gemini in the fourth house for Pisces rising writers. What happens when your story begins in the silence of memory? When your voice rises from the walls of your childhood home, not just to remember, but to reclaim. This is the journey of Pisces rising with Sun in Gemini in the fourth house. And for the writer, this is the path from emotional echo to inner voice. From inherited silence to written words. The fourth house is the root system of the self. It holds your origin, your home, your emotional foundation. And with the Sun here, you've been shaped by what lies beneath the surface, what happened in childhood, what was said, and what wasn't. Now, place that Sun in Gemini, ruled by Mercury, curious, verbal, quick, and suddenly, you are someone who speaks their way into clarity. As a Pisces rising, you begin life as a receiver. You absorb emotion, you sense unspoken stories. You often know what no one says aloud, but the Sun in Gemini in your fourth house calls you to do more than feel. It calls you to narrate, to take the haze of memory and shape it with words. To give language to the places inside you that have always remained just out of reach. As a writer, you may be drawn to storytelling that is personal, intimate, reflective. You may write to understand your past, to make sense of your emotional inheritance. You may write to heal a silence you didn't choose, or to free yourself from a family story that never fit. You may write with quick shifts in voice, wit that softens depth, a confessional tone that feels like friendship, prose that drifts through memory with mercurial curiosity. You are a thinker of feeling, a questioner of truth, a narrator of nuance. Your stories may center on home, on family, on the dramas that shaped your sense of self. You may write about belonging and identity, ancestry and emotional inheritance, what was lost, and what can still be named. Mothering, fathering, parenting, caretaking, attachment, emotional intelligence. Speaking your truth when no one asked you to. Your characters may search for roots, and find them, not in places, but in conversations, in letters never sent, in journals that spill everything they were never allowed to say. The shadow side of this placement is that Gemini can fragment, and Pisces can dissolve. You may begin many drafts, and finish none. You may long to tell the truth, but hesitate to hurt anyone. You may speak around the feeling, instead of through it. The fourth house asks, how else will you know who you are? The Sun says, speak, even if your voice shakes. Write, even if you're not sure yet what it all means. You heal when you stop protecting the silence. When you stop treating the past like a room you're not allowed to enter. You heal when you write your way in. Not to blame, not to erase, but to understand. And in understanding, you free yourself. Your readers don't want melodrama. They want honesty. They don't need you to be certain. They need you to be real. When you write from this place, this Gemini Sun, in your house of emotional roots, you give them permission to voice their own story. And they listen because your voice feels like home. You may be drawn to memoir, personal essays, domestic fiction, stories that explore family, identity, and change. Multi-generational narratives, literary nonfiction with emotional depth. You may also journal, archive, or record the past as a way to live more fully in the present. Your words aren't just for others, they're for you too. To remember, to reframe, to reclaim. Through your writing, you can explore memory with crisp precision, give voice to generations of silence. Fourth house Gemini voices are clear, emotional, eternal. So if you are a Pisces rising writer, With the Sun in Gemini in the 4th house, you are here to make meaning from memory, to put feeling into form, to write as if your voice was always in the room, even if no one was listening yet. Write like the past deserves to be said, because it does, out loud, in your own personal language. And when you speak from your roots, your voice grows strong and you become whole again. And your readers do too. And that ends our astrological analysis. Please like and subscribe. And why not check out your moon placement next? Happy writing!